Hello, hi everyone, this is Shrija. Welcome to Skin or Real, where I talk all things skincare. So if you like skincare related content, then make sure that you subscribe. Likewise, you can also follow me on Instagram, where I post more regularly. So today I'm going to talk about worst skincare mistakes that I see people making that can actually compromise your skin barrier in the long run and can age you faster. So starting with mistake number one, and that is picking your skin. I know it's a no-brainer, and I know all of us are aware that we should not pick our skin unnecessarily, but we still do it. We will look into the mirror, we will obsess over our pores, we'll obsess over our sebaceous filaments, we will look at the texture, the marks, and we will use our nails or sometimes even those pathetic tools to pick and to scratch our skin. This can just make things worse in the long run. It can lead to unnecessary scarring, and I'm telling you, it is not easy to get rid of scars on your skin, and once a scar has formed, no topical product can unfortunately help that much, and you would need to go to a dermatologist to get a professional treatment done. So please, for the love of your skin, just stop touching and picking it. Like, just keep your hands off your skin. Another very common mistake that I am sure all of us are guilty of making, and that is popping our pimples. Yes, I do see a lot of these videos online wherein some blogger or a YouTuber will tell you how to squeeze a pimple effectively, but I'm telling you, when you get it done professionally from a dermat, they just apply a downward pressure. There's a way of doing it, they're called dermats for a reason, because they are skin experts, so they know how to do it correctly without damaging your skin. But when you do it at home, what you will do is you will apply sightward pressures, and that can actually make things worse, because that can lead to the acne bacteria spreading to other areas and in fact even causing an infection in the pore. So just don't do it. It's never a good idea. If you're so tempted, go visit a dermatologist. They will drain out the pimple for you, or best case, you can just use a pimple patch at home. I think for me, the best way to tackle a pustule is to use a pimple patch at night, because that way I'll just avoid touching that area and it effectively takes care of my pimple without causing any scarring. Just don't attempt all of these weird videos that you see online. I know it can be satisfying to watch, but unfortunately they're very damaging for your skin. The third mistake that I want to talk about today is sleeping with makeup on. I'm sure all of us have been guilty of this one at some point in our lives. But wait, no, I have never done this. Even no matter how drunk I was, no matter what condition I was in, I have always removed my makeup before bed, and I'm really proud of it. I have really never slept with a dirty face, and this is one thing I'm really proud of. And I'm not saying that, this can never happen. Yes, of course, you can be forgiven for that one crazy night out that you had, but this should not be a regular habit, because makeup can actually clog your pores, can lead to acne and inflammation. The makeup that gets stuck in your pores can actually enlarge your pores, and with age we lose collagen, and that pore won't snap back to its original state, and you will end up with enlarged pores. Makeup also causes oxidative stress in your body and can cause premature aging. When you sleep with the makeup on, you just make your skin dehydrated, and you don't give it that chance to recover itself. So please just don't do it. It's not a good idea to sleep with your makeup on. Just like, you don't need to do a 10-step skincare routine when you're tired. Just remove your makeup, slap in your moisturizer, and you're good to go. Moving on to the fourth mistake that I see young people making these days, and that is just hopping onto the skincare trend. Now, when I say this, I'm just referring to all those beginners in skincare who are just starting to build their skincare routine. But in one go, they want everything. They want vitamin C, they want retinol, they want niacinamide, like literally give them 10 products and they're ready to use it. Just slow down. You really don't need so many products in your skincare routine, and honestly, it will make things really complicated for you. You can end up with irritation and inflammation. Take it really slow. Start with basics first. Build a routine with a cleanser, moisturizer, and SPF. Use those products for 1 month. Then start introducing 1 or 2 actives according to your skin needs. There's no need to add a freaking gold peptide serum, because to be honest, the research for gold in skincare is nil. So I really don't know how these companies are making such elaborate claims wherein they are putting gold extracts into your skincare routine. Just keep it very simple. I personally don't like to use hyaluronic acid and niacinamide serums, because I like to use a moisturizer that already has these ingredients. That way I can simplify my skincare routine. But if you're a beginner, my biggest advice would be to take it slow and only add one product at a time, so that if your skin reacts, you know which product is causing an issue for you. If you add everything into the mixture all at once, you would never know, and it can really irritate your skin. Now let's talk about the last mistake that I see people making, and this is increasing day by day, and that is throwing away their skincare products based on fear-mongering. Like, I get so many DMs on a daily basis that Shrija, this sunscreen is working so well for me, but it's a chemical sunscreen, and people are saying that chemical sunscreen causes cancer. No, it doesn't. Please do your research well. I have so many posts on Instagram where I'm busting these kind of myths, where I'm talking about science in skincare. Please don't believe in fear-mongering. Parabens are not bad for you. Silicones are not bad for you. Unless you are allergic to a particular ingredient, there is no need to toss out a product that has been working well for you. That even includes fragrance. So yeah, just do what works for you. Do your research, but don't obsess over these crazy fear-mongering studies, because they are just not telling you the truth and they are not showing you the full story. That is all I have for you guys today. If you enjoy watching my video, then please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I will see you next time. Bye.